Hello, my name is Michelle Vasicek, and this weekend our team built an app called youswap.it. So a few months ago, I just got super sick of my packed closet, and true story, that is my closet. So what I did is I tore every single item out and sorted it into two piles. One pile of stuff that I love and wear all the time, and one pile of stuff that just never really gets worn. Well, that left me with a problem. Now I have all of these tote boxes in my closet that are full of stuff that I don't use, and I don't have a great way to exchange it for stuff that I can use. So in the survey we sent out, we found that people were using all sorts of different channels to exchange used items. The problem we found is that they're not using them very frequently. Here's the current matrix out on the market. The vertical continuum represents the value of the item being exchanged, and the horizontal axis is the customer experience. So you can see that the left side is pretty heavy with bad experiences. Down in the bottom right quadrant, we have Poshmark, which deals with designer items. And up in the right-hand corner, we have ThreadUp and swap.com, which are both children's consignments. So youswap.it is trying to fill in that gap in the upper right-hand quadrant. It's going to be easy to upload your pictures right from your mobile phone. We're going to have gamifications. Users can earn badges. You don't have to worry about encountering the Craigslist killer at any time, so everything is just done through the mail. You can swap with anyone at any time. And it's extremely convenient for a target market. Women like me in their 20s and 30s work full-time, and they would just shell out a couple extra bucks to be able to skip the long line at the post office and print a shipping label at home, drop it in the mail, the mailman can pick it up and deal with it. Many of the existing swap sites, as you can see, depend on banner ads for their revenue. And this provides for an incredibly low margin and also a very ugly customer experience. Our plan is to charge a small transaction fee on top of the shipping cost. So with this plan of $500,000 in funding, that would give our 6 to 7 member team about 1 year runway to meet a self-sustaining goal of 350 swaps a day. As youswap.it increases in popularity, we can also scale to other high-growth areas such as kids' clothes and toys, media, gadgets, and even expand into facilitating business-to-business exchanges for unused equipment and professional services. We already have a list of people ready for beta testing. And this is a list of our core features, but I'm not going to go through that because I think at this point you get the idea. So I'm going to hand it over to Brendan Medenwald, who is one of our developers, and he's going to give you a demo of the app.
Hello. This is a really quick, I'm excited to show you the first ever demo of youswap.it. This is a live app over here. And so you can see we have a bunch of items here that you could browse through. You could tap on any of these items and take a look for descriptions and tags to facilitate your finding what you're looking for. Searches and browses, of course. And then once you've gone ahead and done some swaps, you have a list of all your swaps pending, ones that you're waiting for the other party to agree, or ones that everybody's agreed, and then ones that have been shipped. Once you complete a swap, then we generate the shipping and send you the label, and all you have to do is print, slap that thing on a package, send it out, and you are done. It's really that simple. So, thank you very much.
All right, questions?
How do you arrive at the value of each item? What's the bartering system around that?
Well, the value of each item is determined by the two people who are actually doing the trade. So if I put my awesome, by the way, Startup Weekend Fargo shirt on youswap.it, then once I propose a trade, or if somebody else proposes a trade with me, we just come to an agreement on what we're going to trade. So if somebody wants my t-shirt and they give me a t-shirt, and we both agree, then that's where the value is determined. No money changes hands. You just pay for the shipping and send it off.
I see this business as possibly having a lot of customer service associated with it, so how do you see meeting that need with such a small team?
I give her the hard question.
Where do you see the customer service coming in? Like as far as usability of the?
No, more so with the swaps, people being upset around the swap
Okay.
not going right,
Yeah.
questions, etc.
Okay. We're going to have a rating system kind of similar to Amazon reviews, so they're going to be able to have a 1 through 5 rating and then also a comment as far as how that goes. So, you know, if you see someone out there that has a lot of bad reviews, you probably don't want to swap with them. So that's going to be pretty self-regulating.
Also, of course, we have the benefit of the fact that you're getting rid of an unused item, so that makes it far less riskier than eBay or Craigslist where you're actually parting with your own money. In this case, you're hopefully parting with something you already don't want.
What's going to be your initial marketing strategy to get the word out about your business?
Well, since we're starting in the women's fashion industry, our initial users are going to be getting invite codes, so we're going to be restricting a little bit, and we're going to hand those out through various channels, subscriptions like blogs that have different subscribers that read them. For example, I subscribe to a thing called Birchbox, which sends me makeup samples every month. We could put a card in there with an invite code, magazines, anything that deals with our target market, and just get those invite codes out there so kind of this exclusive club right away.
What else you got, judges? Comments,
Can
questions?
you think of any other additional revenue models that you can add onto this to make the company more profitable?
Yeah, I kind of touched on it earlier, but you know, there's so many different consumer markets we can expand on, kids' clothes, gadgets, anything that people have that they can trade, you know, even going up to housing, you know, if you go on vacation for 3 months and you can have somebody rent your house. And another thing is, big one would be that business-to-business trading. Somebody has a bunch of unused equipment sitting around, another business has unused equipment sitting around, they can freight it to each other. You know, otherwise they're not getting any money out of it, it's just sitting around collecting dust. So that would be a big potential right there.
Why did you guys select women's fashion as the kind of the first vertical versus, you know, looking at perhaps this B2B enterprise space, which I would think might have more, you might have more value to create there?
Yeah, as I had that matrix up earlier, there's kind of a gap in there right now, so we figured it would be an easy entry point and just kind of fill that in. There's other alternatives out there with the competition, but they're just not crushing it. So there's...
Also, she tried one of these other services and it was truly lousy.
What is your service charge or transaction charge?
Right now, we were thinking of charging $2 on top of the shipping, and that would be acquired on both ends. So from our perspective, we'd be gaining $4 per transaction. From the end user's perspective, they're paying shipping just to get rid of their item, which of course they'll pay no matter if they're buying items or selling items. And then they'll also pay just that $2, which we feel is very, very affordable.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you.